Blog Talk Radio, the world's largest online radio network.
Welcome to the Tribute Series, where we pay tribute to the stars. And here are your hosts. It's Doug and Pam.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tribute Series. I'm your host, Doug, and of course, I've got my sidekick with me tonight, Pam. Pam, welcome to the show.
Oh, gosh, I don't even know how to answer that. You call me by my regular name.
Yeah, well, I'm just as nervous as the guest is, too. So I'm being nice tonight, so be lucky about that. Anyway, tonight's our 100th show. 100 shows now we've done since January 6th when we debuted, so tonight's the 100th anniversary, and tonight we have the handsome and talented Nick Scotti with us. Welcome, Nick.
Thank you. Hey, Pam, Doug, how's everything? Everything's doing good here.
Yeah.
God, I'm nervous, guys. This is like I can't look at your eyes.
Okay.
But anyway,
well, they're bright blue.
Pull up pictures of us and look at them, you know.
Yeah, put them, glue them up on my wall, right?
Yeah. Or start painting real quick, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. To me, it's easier over the phone.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever, we're going to work it out. We're going to do.
Yeah, we'll work it out, and then, but you're. I would rather be like right there watching you painting, and while we do this, so that would be even more exciting for us if we were in New York.
I'll have to paint as soon as I hang up. I'm getting right to it. I have a couple of pieces that I have to get out that I was commissioned to do, so that's what I'll be doing. But right now, it's a welcome break.
Yeah, no problem. Well, a lot of people may not realize this, that you've dived into painting so much recently. Tell us about that before we go back in time.
Well, it actually is something that I've always, I'm an artist pretty much across the board, but particularly honed in on it when I was ironically on Young and The Restless, and I was. Basically my life was, script, remembering 10, 15, sometimes 20 pages if you had a big chunky part, and scene rather, and so you just have to, really, you go to the set, you come home, and you just have no life, is what I'm saying. It's home and the set. So I needed some sort of diversion, something I can do that I could be studying and trying to memorize lines, my method of memorizing, and do something else, sort of an outlet, some other sort of outlet. And on the way to CBS lot, every morning I would pass this impressive art store, and it was calling my name, And so I just picked it up again, and it was just basically doing it to have some sanity. And then before you know it, I accumulated a pretty impressive collection, and then I had a dinner party, and then someone saw it and bought, and then word of mouth, I just started selling my paintings, and then decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to donate paintings to silent auctions for certain causes, and those did really well. And then I was getting commissioned for, people that were bidded out, that lost the bid. They wanted the particular style of abstract that I do, which has been compared to the newly deceased Cy Twombly. And and it just sort of happened from there. And it sort of fit into my life at this point. It fits in really, really nice. And it's kind of what I've always envisioned when I was younger, and it was like in 20s and 30s. And if I was ever asked the question how I see myself when I'm older, I always envisioned myself being old, painting until I died. And that's really interesting, isn't it? But so I do that, and also, so and the great thing is the painting doesn't interfere at all with any other projects that I'm doing. For instance, just signed with 7 records, and released a song recently that's, they're working on promoting and want to do another mix on it, called DJs Around the World, singing, and I wrote the song as well, and I'm still reading scripts, but it's got to be something really, really good. And as you know, the business kind of took a turn toward the reality aspect, which isn't really what I.
Oh, if you could hear all the sighs and the
oh yeah,
the people yelling at their screens right now. Yeah, no one's happy with reality stuff except for the kids, but they don't know any better.
Right. It's just, it's not being. It's like, I'm I wanted to be an actor, not. And I did a reality show. I don't know if you guys know that. I wrote. It was a cooking show, really, and it was a cooking reality show. It was called New York Nick on the Style Network, and it was on only for one season, but it had good ratings. But there was some shake up at E when Mindy left, and then new president came in, and so it just made things a little more difficult to go further. And it was okay. I'm shocked it went as far as it did. It was all pretty accidental, I must say.
Yeah.
Everybody was just like, you should get a cooking show. You cook so good, and all this other stuff. So I was like, yeah, why not? And the reason why I kind of stepped away from acting, but not really stepped away, but just didn't pursue it and push it as much. My dad got very ill, and I wound up helping take care of him.
Wow.
So a lot of people either know that or they don't.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes you have to go in a direction that you never could have planned.
Right.
Just sort of circumstances in life happens.
Right.
And life goes on and change and whatnot. But I definitely not. I'm not hanging my acting or singing or any of those hats. But it has to be the right thing.
Oh, of course.
Otherwise, I'm not interested.
Right.
So I'm talking.
I want to
much.
clarify one thing about reality shows, though. We didn't mean cooking shows.
Yeah. No, I know.
We're talking about the Kardashians and all that other stuff.
Oh, yeah, the Kardashians,
Yeah.
Anyway, and the housewives, and
yeah, exactly. I first actually came across you when I saw you on the cover of Newsweek back in I think it was like '96. I think it was.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I saw that. And I saw your picture, and I was like, I like to say. I wonder if he's going to go anywhere. What he's going to do. And then all of a sudden, bam! I hear that you're doing a song with Madonna. Well, at that time, I was the biggest Madonna fan in the world. So that's how I was introduced to you. And so, how did that come about for you to record that song and get over with her?
Oh wow! I was at the time. I was writing. I always was a singer and a vocalist, and what I mean by that was when I was in school, I was always in singing and theater and I was one of the people that was in the choir and blah blah blah. And then also I love to write, so I incorporated the two of them and started writing songs. And then I recorded a demo with a pretty hip producer here in New York, and then I just flew back from Spain because I was modeling, and I was doing a campaign. I think it was Mango Jeans or something with Claudia Schiffer. And I came back, and I was tired, and I just moved back from Paris, actually. So I just got a really nice, cute apartment, but I needed to hook it up, and I couldn't ever get to it. Like, I would come home, and I get a call from my booker. It was like, okay, you got a job, you got to fly out. So I was like, told her, when I come back, I want to be left alone for at least 2 weeks just to get my apartment together.
Yeah.
She didn't listen, and I got booked for a catalog at the Puck Building, and the phone was ringing, and they were like, your booker, oh my God, she's going to stop bothering me. She was like, Nick, I think that you should come with me to Herb Ritz's birthday party in Malibu. I go, ML, I'm not going anywhere. I told you I need to get to my apartment and tend to business. She wouldn't stop calling and saying, I really think it's good. I really think it's good. And you know what? That's what makes a good agent booker a good agent booker, because of that I went to the party, I met Madonna, and told her she's, started asking me questions, and I told her I sang, and I was a writer. And so she kind of laughed, sure you are. Okay, well, send it to me. So I sent her it. I sent her my demo, and she called me with my music blasting in the background. She was, my demo, and she was like, I can't believe that she was singing. And she was like, would you like to record a song that I wrote called Get Over? I go, yeah. So I said, but not anytime soon. I told her I just got an apartment. I want to be left alone. And 3 weeks later, I was in a plane and I flew and I recorded it with Stephen Bray, and then re-recorded it and remixed it with Shep Pettibone, and then that the rest was history, and got a record deal on Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that's such
amazing.
That's such a great album. I mean, when I first listened to it, I was like, "This guy's black. This isn't him. Who's this?"
Yeah, I know. I know. I don't know what the hell happened. It's like just it's just what's there. It's that kind of what comes out.
Yeah.
Well, I told Doug when he gave it to me, he gave me your songs, I was listening to them, and I listened to a couple, probably about 3 or 4 in a row. And, of course, I was, like, in large letters, I love, love, love this, it's so great. I can't believe he sings like this, and very R&B. And I said, but now I'm going to have to stop listening for a little while because his voice and this singing and these songs make me feel like I need to be with somebody else.
Oh, no, really? I thought it'd make you rethink your relationship? Holy shit.
No, just to be with somebody you love or whatever, know?
Yeah, it's definitely, listen, we're adults. It's definitely crawling into the sack kind of music.
Yeah.
And cuddling or whatever it is you want to do. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And that's a compliment.
Yeah, no, I know. Hey, listen, I'm sure that, a lot of babies were created.
I was just getting ready to say, I wonder how many babies were created from that album.
Exactly.
And it's a good thing you can't see me right now because I'm probably pure red. But
are you blushing? How cute. Oh, Pam.
Oh, you're cute, Pam.
She is cute.
So before we get into Young and the Restless, you just said that you got a song out. Is it available to purchase yet, or is it still in the making?
We're it's 7 records, and they're what you would consider in indie, but like what is that these days? You can't even go to a record store anymore here in New York and buy a record.
Yeah,
everything's downloaded. So just I'll say it, sort of dummied down, just like the acting has been dummied down, and it's just like I don't know about you, but I used to love to go and look at the artwork on an album cover or a CD cover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right? It's part of the excitement of it all.
Mm-hmm.
And, but whatever it is, it's not available right now because there's like a 16-bar section in the song that we all feel needs something. And so we're throwing it around. There's this a pretty fairly well-known English a rapper from London, and we're trying to get him to do something in that section. So, but when it happens, you'll know about it.
Yeah, I'm very excited because I'm anxious to hear what kind of sound you produce now versus, in '96 when you released, or in '93 I think it was.
Yeah, but just know it'll always be soulful.
Yeah.
And it'll be, of course, produced according to the current time.
Yeah.
It's happening now. But I can't change, my approach to song, and that's always from a blues, soulful perspective. That's the way.
We're not complaining. Keep it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's enough of that bubblegum pop out there. We want you to be, authentic to yourself.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah. So how did the role of Tony Viscardi come about for you?
Oh, geez, I have all very funny stories. I was so. It was raining. It felt like the end of the world here in New York. I'll never forget it. It rained for it felt like it was literally almost 3 weeks. Like every day it was gray and gray. If it wasn't raining, it was just gray. It was one of those weird systems that which wouldn't budge. And I was just like, I believe I had really bad allergies. And my agent, who I adore, Ricky Olshan, called me. He was like, I want you to go up to CBS. I'm going to send you the breakdown of the character for Young and the Restless. And no matter what happens with the part, I still just want you to meet her. And this is a good in. So I go, okay, fine. So she sends it to me. But I'm sure that everyone can relate. It was just one of those days where I just felt like being a lazy, lazy person and just like do nothing and maybe go to the gym. That's it. And so she kind of pushed me out, and I got the breakdown of the character, and it was Jeremy from the Midwest, blonde, blue-eyed, and I'm like, she can't be right. This has nothing to do with me at all. I mean, I can be further from that description. So I called her. I go, are you really kidding me right now? Why are you sending me? Why are you making me get out of my cozy bed, the rain, everything? Why would I do that for this? And I said, this is not my part. And she said, apart from me, she was like, just go. And I was so mad that I made him really, really dark. And I don't know if you remember when I first came on Young and the Restless, he was very sort of like I made him very dark. I created I approached him in a very dark way, very sort of nasty boy.
Yeah.
And to talk about blushing, Allison had a casting. She didn't know what to do. She was just like, oh, my God. And I never heard anybody read this part like this. I never would have. Okay. And I said, I didn't get this. And I said, I blew that one. And they called me back for a call back. I went back, and I just approached it the same way. And then before you know it, I was flying it. They flew me out to meet Bill Bell, who's passed on, and Ed Scott, who is the executive producer, and the original Grace, who played Grace. There was two of them, and to read with her to see the chemistry together.
Yeah.
And so I went, and there was like maybe 15 guys, and I got the part. And I moved. I had to relocate in like 10 days. I had to run back to New York, pack up my apartment, and ship whatever I wanted, and then just build a whole new life out there in L.A. And that was it. The rest was history. And that area.
So you had to leave the apartment that you just wanted to rest in for a couple of days that one time.
Yeah, it was my favorite apartment to this day.
Yeah.
But you know what? You can't. There were a lot of great things, obviously, from that, and it was, it was worth the move, I guess, in a lot of ways, and it was sort of bittersweet in some ways.
Yeah. How was you able to go into such a different type of acting? Because daytime is so much different than primetime or film. How did you get learn all that?
Well, it's acquired, and it's something that you learn, and you only really can learn it by being disciplined, first of all, because you learn the basics. I learned, and I believe most actors learn, no matter what method it is. You kind of remember. You usually remember the lines, and then you throw them away. They're there, but you don't want to over-memorize them. So, though, the key here is that you have to memorize them in such a short time that you can't even just live it. You do have to memorize it, and you can't throw it away, but you have to bring it across real, so that it has a realness to it. At least that was my what I wanted to do, and I think everyone tries to do. I have to say, Michelle Stafford and Shamar Moore, they were so amazing to me when I started, and I say them two specifically because they did certain things that were very kind, supportive, like, hey, Nick, don't worry about it. Because, the first week, I have to tell you, I fumbled. It was difficult. And, I had to find all these tricks. And your brain is really a muscle. And it starts to retain you. But you have to learn certain tricks to memorize what's good for you. And they gave me certain tools and tricks. And so I'm very grateful to them for that. Because then I had confidence, and everybody could see that I created that part. I named him and everything. They basically changed it all based on the way that I approached it, the way I saw him, the backstory of his life that I made up, and then they said, okay, well, what name do you want to give him? And Scott and Bill Bell. I'm like, you kidding me? I'm going to name him? I'm like, all right, Tony. And so that was pretty much it. And but if you have more questions, please ask. I have a lot of Young and the Restless stories.
Yeah, because we started the show. The show was originally called Soap Series because we were trying to we are still interviewing soap stars, but we wanted to branch out from not just daytime but primetime and film actors and artists of all types. And so the soap opera listeners also enjoy listening to soap stories, and then also we like to promote new music and artists such as you're talking about painting. I went to your new website, and I have to say that your paintings are beautiful. I would love to have them hanging all over my place because they're just gorgeous. How do you go about getting? I mean, what inspires you to make them the way they are? What brings you there?
Yeah, basically, I get inspiration from so many things. Sometimes just life. Sometimes, I can just be sitting and I went fly fishing a few weeks ago. It's a perfect example, and that's why I had to find something, a quote from. I originally was going to make it from myself. And was excited about writing it. If you go into my website, the homepage, it has a quote, and with one of my paintings hanging in a backdrop of another abstract. And if you stay on the homepage long enough, it'll change, and you just go into different paintings. It's really pretty. But I needed a quote. So I got this quote, and it only resonated with me because 2 weeks ago or so, I was fly fishing with my sister and my brother-in-law. I was waiting for them they had their own bungalow, and I was waiting for them, and my sister's yelling at him, "God damn it, I can't find it. Where'd you put it?" I'm like, "Oh, God." It was like My Cousin Vinny. I swear. Did you ever see that movie? Yes. My Italian sister in the country with the high heels. It was hilarious. And so, but I'm like sitting there, and I see this huge, the most beautiful designed web on the porch, and the sun was hitting it, and the work that went into making this web, and I was blown away by it and so inspired by it. And something like that could inspire me. It's just and then lots of times I don't even know where it comes from. Particularly with my abstracts, I just approach it. I usually start with color, and then and what material I'm going to use, because I use different materials as well. Mediums, that is. So, and then it just sort of talks to me, if I can, without sounding like a crazy person.
That's understandable.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And my website is nickscottiart.com, and then it takes you right to the website.
Yeah, I love how the photos,
it changes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I love how it blends in together. That's beautiful.
Oh, you're looking at it?
Mm-hmm,
I have it pulled up now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I like how they, I know they were working on it this last couple of weeks, so I went to go check it out, and it looks great. And and I looked at your.
I'm sorry.
Bespoke, I was just going to say, bespoke. What does that mean?
Bespoke are paintings that are sold already, and that I was commissioned to do, and then work are paintings that are available, and I don't even have all of them up there right now, but because I'm going between. I'm doing one that's fairly large right now, and so every time I finish to do one, when it's sold, then it goes into the bespoke section, and then I keep adding to the work section, and then that's how it'll go from there, and. So that's where my life is right now, guys, and thank God, everything seemed to mellow out. I had a really tough 8 to 10 years, dealing with my dad being sick, and then I lost my brother to cancer, and it's been that was my no one can escape it. What do they say? You got to enjoy and to appreciate the really good times in life. You have to, no one can escape those times. Wish we could, but that was my moment of everything was just tough,
Right.
But so I'm, now, with all that happening, I really had to take a look at my life and see what the rest of my life from here on in. It felt so profound to me in so many ways. I wanted to make sure that I lived my life in a way that really felt really like it was me giving of myself the way I should, my calling, if you will, or the things that really mattered. Things changed a lot, my view of life and what was important, and so out of that, did come some amazing growth spurts for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm grateful. Unfortunately, I had to go through it the way I did, but I'm grateful for that I was at least came out of it, with something that I can run with now.
Yeah.
I was looking at your IMDb, and your name is really long, your real name.
It's so friggin' long. Tacked a few more things on there, huh? Domenico Nicolangelo Scotti. Who the hell's going to remember that?
Now I see why you changed it for acting in that.
Well,
not
just so
changed
people
it, but
will
shortened
remember me. People will run for me if they're like, run. It's just like, and I'm just so nice like that. I figured, let me edit this down for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who were you named after? Anybody, or just names that they liked, or?
After my mother's father, first name. The middle name Agnello is my father's name, which means baby lamb in Italian.
Oh.
And Scotti is my last name. And Nicolo is sort of a nickname for Domenico in Italy. So
wow,
it's a long one, folks.
Yeah.
And I could never say it like you. I just can't do accents, so I would just butcher it. So I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, we love anybody that has an accent. We'll interview the janitor at the local high school if he has an accent.
Right.
Well, listen to me. I think that you should have I'll call me whenever you want. I'll give you an accent. We'll play.
Yeah.
I'll be your Chewy.
That's funny. Now, going back to Young and Restless for a second, when Tony left, he came back as a different actor. What happened there? I was not happy to see someone else fill that role.
Well, because it just so happened that when my contract was coming to the time of renegotiation, am I staying, are they keeping me? You know how all that goes in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right.
When that happened, my father happened to get a massive stroke.
Oh.
And so, I made some major decisions. And the one choice that I made was that I was needed here. To be with my family, because he was, I know that they needed me. I didn't feel, and then I signed with a different agent for a moment, which was another big mistake. I was young, I was being pulled in all different directions. I also had Me Guido came out, the movie, which was big,
love that one,
large acclaimed movie, and and I guess as they say in Hollywood, I was hot at that moment.
Yeah.
And, I had CAA, I had, Kevin Huvane wanted to sign me, and then William Morris. So, it was scary. It was a scary good thing because I was really comfortable basically where I was. But, they both, I wound up going with William Morris for different reasons. For certain reasons, I just felt like it just felt better for me. And and then they were like, get off the soap opera, you'd be a leading man, but I'm sure that's the shtick, and that it's okay. No, I'm not saying it in a bitter or whatever way, because I made my choice, and I was like, okay, and then I got off the soap opera, and then my father got, and I didn't get off of it yet, I was considering it, and then my father got sick, and then I just said, this is what I need to do. I have to get rid of the house. I have to go back, and I got to help them. And I didn't have to do that. I felt I had to do that because it was like a karmic thing on more of a spiritual, deeper level. And materialistic things didn't matter. It felt like it was important for me. I had maybe some things I needed to hash out with my father. If he was going to die, I needed to make an attempt, and not by avoiding it, but by embracing it. And,
right. And I think you'll find that with most people, it's either they are going to help. I mean, I went through that with my mom before she passed, where I was with her constantly and helped her any way that I could, versus my sister keeping at arm's length.
Right. Right, because everyone deals with things differently.
Right.
And I had a brother who, completely just he just disappeared. basically, because he couldn't deal with it, I think.
Right.
But that's the whole thing. So my choice was to do it the way that I did it. And I figured in my life I would always be okay. And I am. I just you always will be okay. So it's scary to now walk away from all that I built, right? So this is the situation I found myself in. But yet I would never have changed it. I wouldn't change what I did. And now I'm like sort of rebuilding it all back up again, in so to speak, in a different way.
Yeah.
Kind of like walked away from it loosely, because like I said, in that time of helping take care of him, I literally just got inspired, because like all the creative things come to me in ways of inspiration. And I said, and it was a joke, because I'm sitting now in my dining room at my table, and I'm writing the beginning, middle, and end of this cooking show idea that I have, and how I would approach it. And then I donated one of my paintings to a silent auction for DIFA benefit, and called Blood, Sweat, and Music. It was the name of the painting. And so, of course, I was invited to the dinner, and I was sitting there, and I was approached by Peter Mark Jacobson, who was Fran Drescher's ex-husband, from The Nanny. He created The Nanny, and he's like, were you in that movie Kiss Me, Guido? I was like, yeah. He was like, oh my God, I knew it was you. He was like, that was my favorite movie. I was telling him, come over to the table, would you mind? I'm like, okay, no, we haven't seen an appetizer, but yeah, right. So I went over to the table, and then we just started talking, and then they were making me laugh, and of course, good company is good company, and so I just talked with them for a little bit, and he said, what are you doing now? And I said, I told him, not without getting too deep, I just said, I just took a little break. I said, but now I'm writing a cooking show. And he goes, oh my God, that sounds amazing. He was like, and he said who he was, and then, and he was like, why don't you come down to my loft in Tribeca? He said, and we'll look at it. He goes, maybe I want to get involved with it. And that's literally how it happened. He looked at it. He was like, this will be great, but then, we had my crazy, this is all true characters, my crazy aunt and my crazy sister. And I was, believe it or not, the normal one. Like that was the normalcy in it all. But it was funny, and it was great. And we had cooking in it, but it was a day, it was a day in the life of what I go through, like castings, auditions, my painting. I incorporated all those things, but I find it extremely boring to sit around watching other people's lives, but other people don't. So
well, you've done just about everything. Is there a book around the corner anywhere?
Yes, and a one-man and a one-man show. That's what I'm really starting to develop right now in my head, is how I want to approach my one-man show, because it can be really off the charts. It can bomb, but you have to do it. You have to do it. If I get the idea, and I don't do it.
Well, you got to start in Chicago with that, because me and Doug will be there in a second flat.
Well, maybe I'll start it there and come here, or maybe I'll start it here and come there.
Or we'll just come there if we can.
You come to New York, and you can have like a couple of days holiday.
Yeah, I've never been to New York City, so that's my dream to go there.
Shut the front door.
I know. I lived in L.A.
He's
for 4
sheltered.
years, and I lived in Houston, but I never lived in. I haven't been to New York yet, and I'm in Indiana, so it's only just a few states away.
It's so freaking close.
Yeah.
I was just in Chicago, literally. I was there. I was there not just. I was there in October, I believe, for this autograph signing thing at some. What the hell is the name of that place? Anyways, near the airport.
Like a Barnes and Noble or something?
Like a Hilton hotel convention thing.
Oh, okay.
And it's like an autograph signing thing, where you go and you make a bucket of money and you sign autographs and you meet people that are fans, and they come with posters of things that you did and record albums, and you make people happy and you make some money, and it's like right here. But I'm saying, Chicago is so close to New York. You got to come to New York.
Yeah.
I went there for the first time 2 years ago for my birthday weekend with my daughter and a bunch of girls from the East Coast. We all have a singer that we like to listen to and go to his concerts and stuff like that. So we all met out there in New York for the weekend. It was a blast. But we really didn't get to do a lot of sightseeing, so I'd love to go back again.
Yeah, and I don't know anybody in New York yet.
Well, listen, if you come to New York, we'll have a dinner. I'll take you to a cool place, depending upon what time of the year you come, because you can't sit outside in the winter; it's too cold. But you know, there's other things that you do. You sort of embrace that season, and you go to those places that you really feel the season in those places.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah, well, we're kind of used to that here, too, you know.
Of course.
We have winter and we have summer. There's, like, hardly any in-betweens.
No in-between, I know. I know. We're getting some crazy storms here now. It's like with tornadoes, like this the third one. We just had one today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the suburbs.
In the suburbs? Really?
Yeah, Queens. Brooklyn had 2 tornadoes last year, and Long Island had 3. So far, this is the third one that they had.
Oh my gosh!
Like these crazy cells coming, you know, from the west, from you guys. Thank you.
Yes, I know.
Thank you very much.
I always warn my friends on the East Coast. I say, "Okay, we just went through a blizzard or whatever. Here it comes."
Exactly. But,
you had mentioned "Kiss Me, Guido," and that's one of my all-time favorite films. I mean,
love.
That has such a huge cult following now. I mean, it's been 15 years now.
It's a cult classic. In fact, you know Interview magazine, legendary.
Yeah.
And you know, it was in there with Joan Crawford, Mommy Dearest. You know, one of the cult. Mommy Dearest, Kiss Me, Guido is a cult classic. Basically, they named it, you know, and I was in it, so I didn't really think about it, but thinking about it, it's really the truth. It was sort of a out-of-the-box success.
Yeah.
Something that, you know, was not the norm. It sort of pushed the limits a bit. But that time, you know, it was just really sort of opened the door for a lot of other, you know, other gay theme, even though it really wasn't considered, according to the writer and the director, a gay movie. It was, you know, it was, you know, largely gay themed.
Yeah.
So and so that it opened the minds to people, I believe.
Yeah, it was kind of ahead of its time.
Ahead of its time, but it was friggin' funny. It was a funny movie, and I watched it not too long ago just because I was organizing, and I said, oh, God, I haven't seen this. And I pop it. Let me see how much I aged. I'm holding up good, though, guys. I have to say, you can't see me, but I look okay.
You look okay. Yeah, I haven't seen you a picture lately, so I didn't know I don't know if you look the same or what.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm 46 years old, so I've matured, but I still, according to others, look good. I just ran into someone in Whole Foods. He goes, Jesus Christ, don't you age?
That's always good to hear.
It was good to hear, but not so much on my side because he didn't age good. He just didn't. Oh, yeah. You know, poor thing. And so, but I said, yeah, you.
Yeah.
How you doing? How you doing? You know that's happened to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, where you get yourself into those pickles.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
You know, like, when you do, I'm not pregnant.
Oh my God.
Oh, I've been there before.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I remember when I went to see Kiss Me, Guido, I was screaming at the screen saying, Frankie, GWM means gay white male, not guy with money. I was like, you're so naive, Frankie.
So, poor baby.
Poor kid. Poor Frank. Oh, but that was hysterical, though. Have you, over the last 15 years, have you seen your castmates from that, the 2 leads?
Yeah, from time to time, but you know, closer to when the movie came out. But you know, as time went on, everybody's in their own journey.
Yeah.
And when you run into them, it's like hi, and when you don't, you just really don't really think about it, and that's just the honest truth.
Yeah.
But you know, I felt fortunate to be amongst a really great cast like that. I know it sounds cliche. A lot of people say that because it's correct. I mean it. They were great, every one of them. So, that was my first film.
Yeah.
That was my very first film. So, they were very gracious and very, very giving as actors and actresses,
Mm-hmm. Now, with Detroit Rock City, how was that experience for you? Because that was a big heavy metal type show about Kiss.
It was great. Listen, I was with, Natasha Lyonne, who, at the time, no matter what her path is in life, she was naturally a talented, gifted actress. And, I was with younger people, younger than I, and, it was sort of, I was in between both generations, really, so it was kind of interesting in that aspect. But what was even funnier is I can't believe I even got that job. I auditioned for it. I had a huge allergic reaction to some antibiotic that I never knew I was allergic to. So I had all these welts all over me. I looked like like I had leprosy. I'm not kidding. I was scratchy. It was so itchy. I wanted to crawl out of my skin.
And
I'm auditioning on the, and I guess whenever I'm in a bad way, I get the part.
I sound that way.
Yeah, right.
If you start feeling a cold come on, go. Yeah, if you start feeling a cold coming on, go run an audition somewhere.
Exactly. Go do something like that. Yeah, but
now, how did you learn how to cook?
It's like just one of those things. I just understand food, and I always migrated to the kitchen. No matter where I lived in many different areas in the world. I lived in Tokyo for 2 years when I was really young. I got my first modeling contract, and I moved there. And so, being from an Italian family, that's where it goes down. Life happens, begins, ends there in the kitchen. The drama, whatever is going on, is in the kitchen. The food, the smells, the conversations, all of it happens in the kitchen.
Just like you see on TV.
Just exactly how you see on TV. So I'm like now, I'm duplicating that no matter where I go, and I'd be the one to bring all the models together, and I would, I learned just, I guess, who knows why, to most Italians, just because your mother does it, and she's just, you help her, and she's like, come on, taste, whatever. And you just learn how to cook. So then I would, whatever I didn't know how to cook, I would go with a bunch of yen change, and I would be putting it in the payphone in Roppongi with a paper. Ma, you have to wait till you imagine calling from Tokyo, right? And in the mid-1980s, and she was like, what happened? I go, nothing. I need a recipe. So she's like, you moron, you're calling me when you're spending all this money. I go, Ma, but I'm cooking for people. Oh, all right. And I would cook, but then I started making the models fat. And the agents would call my agent and say, please stop making this.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I was feeding everybody. Anyway, so to me, that's where love is. And it's a good place for that. So I duplicate it no matter where I go. So I just got better and better and better and better and better and better. And you start to understand what goes good together, and you start to, like anything in life, you live and breathe it, and you have to be passionate. So I've always lived my life according to what would make me, what I'm passionate about, because otherwise it'd be fraudulent. So, therefore, because I love to cook and I love food, I'm a good cook. And I love beauty, and I love art, and I love to give. So, that's why I became a singer and a songwriter and a painter. And acting sort of falls in another little bit of everything there. But, I do love to paint, and I'm so peaceful doing it, and I'm just in my own zone.
Yeah. Would you like to go back?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, would you like to go... I know. We pull each other's hair all the time.
Yeah.
Shit, I want to see that.
Yeah. If we had a pool full of mud right now, we can mud wrestle.
Okay, that's hot. That's sexy.
Now I'm making her blush. It's okay. She refuses to do.
I'm blushing too now.
Actually, I would prefer just having you in the mud and just you do whatever you want in there.
No, Doug, you get out. You get out of the pool. Let Tony in.
Everybody out.
Oh, I forgot my question. You were in an episode of Sex and the City, and that was filmed in your hometown or in your home area. What was it like to be part of that big, huge, successful show?
It was an incredible experience. Look, I was on one of the biggest shows on HBO ever had, and with Kim Cattrall and all the other cast, and it was a great experience. What can I say? I didn't think that it's one of the episodes. I've gotten more sort of recognition from fans and people somehow from that one little scene on that, but the episode was based around that scene. I understand, but I mean, just in the elevator today, this my building, there's new tenants, and they're sisters. They're really funny, actually. They got the big hair, but they're like old school airline stewardesses. They were, and and they're looking at me, and they're kind of cougarish, and they're looking at me, and they're looking at me, and you see, and then they go, shh, and then, excuse me. I go, yeah. She goes, were you on Sex and the City? The Worldwide Express guy. Me and my sister just saw it last night. I go, yeah, that was me. She goes, I knew it. So I get like a lot of attention from that, and it's kind of funny because it's kind of sexy. Not that I wrote it, I just in it. I just had to pull it off and be like, I was kind of like, that naive sort of thing again. But going for it.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a fun role to play. Absolutely fun.
Yeah, did you see that, Pam? Because if not, we'll have to get that for you so you can see it, because it was a fun little show. Because I remember watching it, and I said,
hasn't Pam blushed enough?
I know, really. I know.
I haven't seen enough. No, I haven't.
Oh, you have to see it.
You have no idea. Every single night, Doug is Skyping me movies to watch. I've got so many movies that I don't even know where to start half the time.
She's putting it on you now, Doug.
It's all my fault.
But it's everything that I want to see, because it has like a favorite actor in there and somebody we're interviewing. So it's it's work, but it's pleasure.
Right. Yep. Well, Doug sounds like he's a passionate person about knowing what's up.
Yeah. I try to keep her in the know, and we're only going after people to talk to that not only we're fans of, but people that I know want to hear from. And literally ever since you left Young and The Restless, and I saw you on Kiss Me Guido, I haven't seen you for a long time. And I always would back in the day when MySpace was popular, I would look for you on MySpace, and then when Facebook and all this other social media, and I was like, gosh, I wonder how I can get a hold of him. And then I was able to get a hold of you through your management, and I was like, finally, so I can see what he's up to. But these interviews are really more like phone conversations with a best friend you haven't talked to in a while, and that's what they kind of sum up for us, is like I don't get as nervous. Well, actually, I am tonight for some reason. I don't know why, but
am I making you nervous, Doug?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, just a little bit, because you're Nick Scotti. I mean, that's a huge.
I've been nice. I've been playing nice in the sandbox.
Yeah.
Or in the mud wrestling ring.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, your mind is Doug all the time.
Yeah, it only takes a little bit for him to go off.
I see that little push, and he's all falling down.
I know, really. And then after we're disconnect with you in a little bit, we're going to I'm going to play a few of your songs from your debut album, and you can't even get that anymore. I've looked everywhere. I mean, because I lost my hard copy of it back in the '90s. Some people stole my stuff out of college, and your CD was in that. But I mean, I have a digital copy that I had backed up, but I can't find that CD anywhere, like on Amazon or iTunes or anything like that. Is there a place where fans can buy it?
I'm going to tell you what to do, because a friend just bought it. I would try just putting in Nick Scotti, Google me. You'll have to go through, certain. You'll see, either people or places that sell it. You just unfortunately have to go through it that way. But Amazon did have it, but I don't know what happened. Maybe you just have, but you can get it. You can. But I wish I had one to send you. I would send it to you, straight away. But unfortunately, I'm down to one.
Wow.
Yeah, I have the album, if I wanted to frame it and, everything like that, the actual large album, because when you at the end, when you do, whether it's a CD or not, you make an album, it's where they sync everything sync everything up. The last steps, everything is perfect and sounds great and clear, and there's no static or nothing. And then they give it to you, and it's like old school, like big record. It's kind of funny.
Oh, okay. Now,
I was going to say, there's a place in Little Italy that we went to, and I cannot think of the name of the shop to save my life, but he always has like older records like that.
There are, if you can find those places, they do exist, and they're usually, you're right, they're usually downtown and like, or now I would say that they're probably, because what used to be the East Village and where the artists live now is pretty much they're in Williamsburg or Dumbo and down there. So you got to follow the bohemian artists, and where they are, you'll find things like those kind of shops that have old albums and stuff and CDs.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you put my name in, I heard, like I said, my friend just got it, and I didn't ask him how, but I think that I somehow was futzing around and just looked out of curiosity to see what.
I'll see what I can find for it, because I like to have it again. I actually don't even own any physical CDs anymore. I mean, everything's just digital. I mean, because everything is now iTunes.
Exactly.
And I miss, like you said earlier, I miss going to, I used to go to every Tuesday, new release day, and like stay at the record shop all day looking at the new albums and new CDs, and heck, I remember cassette tapes and all that back in the day. I actually had your cassette tape when it first came out, I believe. That was a long time ago. So I'm ready for some new music from you. Are you going to work on an EP or an album, or what is your plans with that?
Right now, I have. If I wanted to say that I had an entire album, I do. I have it all written already. But I chose to release that one song as a single, and it's more clubby. And now I just got a call from this woman named Christina Villa, who is produced things, and she's someone that I know from the New York scene and stuff like that. She's had some success, but she's just come in contact with like Nile Rodgers and people that worked with him on his level, and they want to work with her on some things, and she brought me up, and they were like, oh yeah, I know he's got a great play, whatever, and they want to work with me now and do something, and then so I have a couple of things that sort of outside of that. My point is I really don't know. All I know is I'm producing things, and then I'll know how to put it together in what way, shape, or form that I will present it to the world. I just knew that this one song, DJs Around the World, was a universal song. It's a feel-good song, and I wanted to just put it out there as a single and just sort of build some sort of a wave, and then I'll know where to go from there. It's an old school way of reinventing and putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
And
you know what? I found it on Amazon.
What?
Your album. I found it.
It's on there, but it's like 7 new for 97 cents, and I'm it's like, so it's not, Amazon doesn't have it. It's these other little shops.
Right. I was going to say, if you go to the little links that they have there from people that are selling it from their stores,
that's how my friend must have did.
Yeah.
That's what my friend must.
Well, you can't beat 98 cents, but that's that's not fair.
But you have the song, so.
Yeah, I know, but still. And I just looked up "Kiss Me Guido," and that's out of print, so you can get them for $35 imported. I was like, wow, I didn't even know that. They need to hurry up and put it on Blu-ray, so then it'll be re-released
again. I know.
again.
What's up with that? I think
really.
It would be.
Okay. So are you on Twitter officially? Because there's people that are pretending to be you. So I was just wondering if you're on Twitter.
I am on Twitter.
Okay. So which one is you?
I don't use it though. That's the whole thing. I'm so stupid. I don't even use Facebook. I'm just like one of those people. Like I'll check it, or but I don't. People want to follow me, and then I'm like, okay, whatever. But I just don't tweet things, first of all, unless I may start to, but I guess I just not been in that mode.
Yeah.
I just never really tweet much. But I am on Twitter. I am on Twitter.
Okay. And because with your music coming out, it'd be great to be able to get to your fans, so your fans know to to buy your music when it comes out. So it's really once you start, it's addictive, and your art as well to sell, to promote your art. I mean, we'll promote it to death, but coming from the artist itself would be really good too. So that's just my little 2 cents on that.
I agree with you. I agree. You're right. I should definitely now is the time to. Well, now that I have my website, I'm going to tweet it and do all that stuff. But I haven't really done it because like every time I turn around, it's another more important priority.
Yeah.
So, and I know that sounds weird, but it's just sort of just the way it's been. And I've been going away every weekend with family and just enjoying the summer weekends more than usual. And, that takes 2 days out of my week. Usually.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, we're gonna take some fan calls. You got a few people that want to say hi to you.
Sure.
So we'll do that, and then we'll wrap up. First up is another Pam, the good Pam. Pam, welcome to the show.
Hey, come on.
You just remember that tomorrow when we have another show.
She's good. Hi, Nick. How are you?
Hi, Pam. How are you?
I also live in New York, but I live the opposite way. I live in Rochester, New York.
Oh, I know Rochester. Yeah. How's it going up there?
Yeah. Last few days we had really bad storms, and our cable, internet, and phone stuff went out from noon today till about 8-something. It came back on tonight.
Oh, I'm glad you got it back. I know it's been crazy here too.
So I'm laid up like with a bum knee, and I had nothing to do. I got to keep my knee up, and I had no. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
Nick, I have your CD too.
Oh, you too.
Yeah, I got it. Oh my God, years ago when you it came out in '93. I forgot how I got this. Because I used to write to you when you were on the Young and Restless.
Right.
And I think you sent me like a flyer how to order it, and I think that's how I got my copy of it.
Wow. So that was a long time ago. See, I don't remember anything I don't even remember what I had for breakfast right now. But I'm glad that I sent that to you. Oh my God. Well, Sam.
But I hear you having a new CD out, and when's that going to be out? Do you know?
Well, it's a single, and I'm working. It'll be soon. So I can let, if it's okay with Pam and Doug, I can let them know, and then maybe I'll tweet it, or, whatever. It's just
we'll promote it.
Yeah, you'll know.
I'll help promote it too.
It'll be soon. It'll be soon, Pam.
I'll help too.
Yeah, it'll be soon.
Okay.
So my question is, what haven't you done yet that you would like to do?
That's a really, really, really good question. But I don't know how to answer it, unfortunately. I think that, this is the whole thing. I've done, I'm doing what I haven't done, and that's really being the one to decide, not like sort of accidental things or doing things out of, growing up, things would sort of fell into my lap. Now I'm starting to live my life truly 100% the way that I want to live it. And so that's really good. But I'm basically doing it. I live in the moment, in the now. It's really important for me. And, man plans and God laughs, so I'm afraid to say anything. I just want to be where I'm supposed to be, and I'm where I'm supposed to be right now. And thank God, healthy and happy and enjoying life. So, does that answer your question, Pam? I hope it did.
Yes.
I mean, it's really nothing that I could say, like, I wouldn't want to, go jumping out of a plane or anything, and nothing that I could really, really think of, I'm
just
trying
whatever
to actually,
comes your way.
Yeah, and really focusing on, keeping life simple and uncomplicated as possible.
Yeah.
Sorry about your brother passing away. I lost my mom to cancer in '79, and then I lost my sister.
Oh, I'm sorry
16
to hear
years
that.
ago. I lost her 16 years ago of cancer too.
The cancer as well. Yeah.
16 years ago, and her little daughter. Well, she's not little anymore. Michaela doesn't even know her mom. She was just a few months old when Debbie passed away. So the youngest doesn't even know her mother.
Wow. So she was young.
Yeah.
My brother was like 49 years old. So yeah, it's a tough one, but makes me, that's one of the things that, when things like that happen, Pam, as you know, I don't know about you, but it makes you think about life differently when you lose, especially.
Oh yeah, I did, especially when my mom passed away.
Yeah, it changes your whole perspective of life and whatever that means to you, and it definitely is deeper thought in things for me, and so, but you move on and you do things and you hope that they're happy and smiling, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Can I ask you another quick question?
Sure.
Okay. Did you ever get married? Do you have any kids?
Not that I know of.
I was asking Pam.
Not that I know of.
Gotten married? Do you have any kids?
Not that I know of.
I was just curious.
Now I'll be getting calls. Where's my child support?
Oh yeah, Nick, didn't you know I met you a few years ago and we got 2 kids together?
Yeah.
You do? Are they cute? Are they cute?
Oh yes, my boys are very attractive. Yes, they are.
Pam,
they're Italian.
Pam, he's got kids
I got
with
Italian
dogs.
sons.
Italian.
I'm ovulating right now, so I'm
Are you
saying.
really?
Yeah.
Could be worse. You could be crowning.
Yeah.
Oh. I'll stick to just dropping eggs. Okay.
Yeah, dropping egg.
Hey, Doug,
Thank you,
I'm laying down. I'm laying down because I got my knee up, so I'm not going to hang up. Okay, I'm going to listen to you guys on the phone. Is that okay?
Okay. That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right,
No
we're going to go on.
problem.
Thank
Pam,
you, Nick.
It was nice to talk to you, Pam, and I hope your knee
Thank
feels
you.
good, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
All right,
Okay,
bye-bye.
bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, I tend to not have a filter, so things just come out. I forget that I'm doing a professional interview.
I don't have a filter either. This is going to be a nightmare.
Oh. I totally forget that I'm a human. I just speak and I don't think before, and I've gotten my foot in my mouth so many times.
Good for you. That's the way it should be. I don't know why people put that down. Go ahead, tell me.
I know too many people are reserved and scared to speak the truth, and we have another show called the Reality Series where it's talking about no showbiz. It's just real life, real topics, real people talking about I'm like Oprah but white and poor, and and so we're working to try to help wake people up and get people to speak, and I told my whole story on the first show, and to try to see if I can help anybody out there that may be going through some of the things that I went through growing up. And so that's kind of like, why people are like, why are you so honest? I'm like, well, okay, you want me to lie and just not say the truth? So it's really important. It's really important to show that behind the smiles and the laughter, there's a lot of stories to tell behind everybody's life. So that's that project.
I dig it. I dig it, Doug. And you want to know what? I'm going to tell you something that I discovered, because I'm a lot like you. Sometimes offensive to people, not meaning to. I think I'm doing a good thing, but people sometimes aren't ready to hear the shit you want. Excuse me, I'm cursing. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We don't have a bleep button. Go ahead.
Oh, good. So anyway, I don't believe. I don't filter things either. But I think the truth is, and it's never comfortable for us when you speak the truth and you just speak what's on your mind. But that's really love, if you think about it.
Yeah.
If you're being lied to is not. Being lied to is crap. So keep that non-filtered thing. As long as you got to have a little bit of. I've done some doozies, like I said. Believe me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make some sort of filter that doesn't exist, but you have to try a little. I have to try a little harder.
Yeah, I mean, I have tact, but
what?
I have tact. I mean, I'm not going to call somebody I don't even know what I would call them, but I'm not going to call somebody. Mine's more of a
You're not mean. You're not mean.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not mean. I'm just truthful. I mean, I just put it out there.
But that can, if you know that truth can hurt, can disturb other people that don't want to see the truth.
Yeah.
Sometimes, ignorance is bliss to certain people and to a lot of people. But you are seeing something, like you told me, well, you should get on Twitter, but I could have said, well, how dare him? Certain people, because some people he doesn't think I know. But I know you were coming from a good place.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I could have said, well, don't you think I know that? Which I do know that, but I let you just talk. I let you talk like I just fell off of a cannoli truck. Just now.
Okay, I think I'm going to I'm booking the next plane. We're going to have to fight in the mud wrestling now because,
you know. It's on like Donkey Kong, son.
You're right.
Oh, geez. Okay, let's see. David, are you there?
Yeah, I am.
Sorry,
Hi,
I was
Dave.
talking. I need to put a fork in it. Go ahead.
Hi, Dave.
It's okay. Hey, Nick, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. Miss you on YNR.
You do, huh? That's nice to
Yeah.
hear. That's nice to hear. Listen, I miss a good portion of those folks, and and being with I'm sure a lot of things changed up there, but I miss it. I miss it as well, certain aspects of it. But life sort of went on, so you're gonna have to keep an eye out on what I'm doing next, and hopefully I can give you something in another arena.
I hope so. I got a question for you.
How, Dave?
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Who has been the biggest influence on your painting?
It's really, really strange, Dave. Life. I've never followed another artist. It's just something that I just picked up, and it's just I don't know where and how I know, but I do. And I never took classes. I just started painting. But I kind of, without sounding corny and sort of occult-like, I kind of go in this weird trance. It really feels like that. Like I get guided by it, and I don't have a plan. It just happens. If I would put it into a certain way of saying it, that's the best I can say. So, but since I've been painting, now since I'm living it, I go to museums and I want to see other fellow contemporary artists and the greats, some of the greats, and and I'm more inspired now, and so Cy Twombly. Since I've been compared, I've gone to see him in museums, in his work rather. He's now deceased, obviously, and I wouldn't have seen him, but his work, and I could see what other people see, but then I could see the differences. But then I'm curious about his life and where other artists come from and how they're inspired, and so I delve in for those purposes. If that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
It's all about life, Dave. It's all about life. That's all.
Yeah, about life. Hey, Nick, thanks for talking to me. You're a cool guy.
Dave, you're welcome, and you're cool as well, and I hope you have a good, great night and week.
You too, sir.
And, take it easy.
Thanks, David.
Bye.
What was I going to say?
Am I screwing this interview up, or am I doing okay?
No, you're fine.
You're doing great. No one would even tell you were nervous. You're a pro at this.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I'm a professional person, but I'm not nervous anymore. I feel like we're family now.
Exactly, we're family, and we're.
And now when we come out there, you're going to have to make us. Now I'm curious to hear the answer to this. Some gravy or sauce? Which one do you use?
I say sauce.
Okay.
But I don't even say sauce if I want to make something to be on top of my pasta. I'll say what type of sauce, either a marinara, bolognese, things like that.
Okay.
Or if it's somebody that we like, what are you saying? Then I'll say sauce. I'll lean to the sauce, not the gravy.
I have a million Italian friends, and it varies between the two of them. Most of the time, it's gravy, though.
Really? I know that's pretty common, but no, it's and they're not completely wrong because if they're talking about a Sunday sauce, because it's a Sunday sauce, and that's done with a lot of meat. And so then it sort of is a gravy, the way Americans would say a gravy is, which is done with roux and beef or chicken, whatever, or turkey.
Right.
You make you build it up from there. But it's really, for all intents and purposes, the Sunday sauce is a gravy, if you really want to say. So I'll rock with that.
Okay.
So if we're talking about that Sunday sauce, then I'll say gravy. Now you're making me really hungry. Thanks a lot.
Really?
I've been eating. You don't even know. I made homemade macaroni and cheese from scratch, and I've been eating it. So now, because I'm just like now with family, so I'm like eating in between, talking. So it's like another gift I have.
That's fine. Yeah, that's definitely fine. So, we're planning on some trips soon. We're gonna go to LA, hopefully once we can, to meet up with some of our guests that we've met, and now we have a reason to come to New York. So we're gonna be right on top of that.
All right, that sounds awesome. And is this interview over?
Oh well, I mean, hey, we can talk all night long. But if you got macaroni.
I do. I do have macaroni and cheese, and I'm gonna pig out on it. That's right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let it be known.
Yeah. Well, this has been an honor. I'm actually like a dream come true. I mean, after all these years, to be able to, I'm so glad I created the show and you brought Pam on to be my co-host. But I mean, we've talked to people that we've admired and loved all for so long. It's just so. We try to not show our nervousness and excitement because, we're trying to be professional. But each time we talk to somebody, it just feels like we're talking to people like we just, like a distant family member that we haven't talked to for a while or a friend from high school. And it's just really, it turns into a comfort thing, like you said. And now we got a friend. So now you got a friend and a fan.
That's right. That's correct. And I felt the same way. It was a pleasure to chat with both of you, two of you. And it's been just sheer enjoyment, and I thank you for having me on the show.
No problem, Pam. Do you want to say anything before we go?
Come on, Pam, blow me a kiss. Go on and do it. Your husband will understand.
Does he matter at this point?
Who's he? What kid?
Is there one there? I didn't even know.
What? Where did he come? Oh, jeez. What's going on? I'm breaking up here.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my gosh. Instead of saying kiss me Guido, I have to say kiss me Nick then, right?
Yes. Oh, you can really get daring and try to say the whole full name. That's your homework.
Oh, my gosh.
That is
would
your
be
homework,
so
Pam.
Terrible. I'd be so terrible. I actually did.
Oh, come on, guys. Everybody applaud. Ah! That'd be so cute, Pam. Oh, come on. All right. You'll be like, okay, now today I'm going to have Nick back on to say his name to him, and then you'll say it, and either way it'll be so cute. Even if you screw it up, it'll be cuter.
Oh, my gosh. You have no idea. I did take 2 years of Italian in high school, and I took Spanish, but either way, I sound like a white girl trying, so I can't do it.
Yeah, so roll of the tongue.
I can't. Somebody's got to teach me how to roll R's and roll whatever letters.
We could talk about that when you come to New York. Maybe I'll give you a couple of tongue rolling lessons.
Oh, my, now.
That doesn't sound right. Oh, crap.
Pam, you bitch, you're fired.
Go now. Plenty of tongue rolling where that came from.
Oh, boy. Okay. My cheeks are all the way up to my forehead.
I will say grazie. Okay, grazie for joining.
Prego, amore.
Oh, thank you.
Prego, prego.
Okay. Well, we'll let you go chow down on that mac and cheese, and I'll send you the link to your email, and we will keep in touch once your song's out, we will help promote it. We'll have you back on the show to promote your music and your art again, and we will see you in New York whenever we can get there before the end of the year.
Yeah.
And you emailed me the link. You email? Yes, it sounds great. Did you email me the link though, Doug?
It's right here. I'm getting ready to press.
Hey, you better stick my phone number in there too, Doug.
Go ahead, Doug. Me and Pam's got a thing going on.
You right?
Oh God! I guess you grew my balls. I guess I really am ovulating.
Did you say balls and ovulation together? I'm gobslapped.
Okay. Anyway, I'll send
good night.
Thank you so much, Nick.
Now. I'm going to eat. Yum, yum.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Nick.
Good night.
Bye-bye. Oh, gosh.
Blog Talk Radio, where millions of hosts and listeners gather.
a pretty impressive collection, and then I had a dinner party, and then someone saw it and bought, and then word of mouth, I just started selling my paintings, and then decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to donate paintings to silent auctions for certain causes, and those did really well. And then I was getting commissioned, people that were bidded out, that lost the bid. They wanted the particular style of abstract that I do, which has been compared to the newly deceased Cy Twombly. And and it just sort of happened from there. And it sort of fit into my life at this point. It fits in really, really nice. And it's kind of what I've always envisioned when I was younger. And it was like in 20s and 30s. And if I was ever asked the question how I see myself when I'm older, I always envisioned myself being old, painting until I died. And that's really interesting, isn't it? But so I do that, and also, so and the great thing is the painting doesn't interfere at all with any other projects that I'm doing. For instance, just signed with 7 Records, and released a song recently that's they're working on promoting and want to do another mix on it called DJs Around the World, singing, and I wrote the song as well, and I'm still reading scripts, but it's got to be something really, really good. And as you know, the business kind of took a turn toward the reality.
Yes.
I'd rather be like right there watching you painting and while we do this, so that would be even more exciting for us if we were in New York.
I'll have to paint as soon as I hang up. I'm getting right to it. I have a couple of pieces that I have to get out that I was commissioned to do, so that's what I'll be doing. But right now, it's a welcome break.
Yeah, no problem. Well, a lot of people may not realize this, that you've dived into painting so much recently. Tell us about that before we go back in time.
Well, it actually is something that I've always, I'm an artist pretty much across the board, but particularly honed in on it when I was ironically on Young and The Restless, and I was. Basically my life was, script, remembering 10, 15, sometimes 20 pages if you had a big chunky part, and scene rather, and so you just have to, really, you go to the set, you come home, and you just have no life, is what I'm saying. It's home and the set. So I needed some sort of diversion, something I can do that I could be studying and trying to memorize lines, my method of memorizing, and do something else, sort of an outlet, some other sort of outlet. And on the way to CBS lot, every morning I would pass this impressive art store, and it was calling my name, and so I just picked it up again, and it was just basically doing it to have some sanity, and then before you know it, I accumulate. Yeah, no, I definitely not. I'm not hanging my acting or singing or any of those hats, but it has to be the right thing.
Oh, of course.
Otherwise, I'm not interested.
Right.
So I'm talking.
I want to
much.
clarify one thing about reality shows, though. We didn't mean cooking shows.
No, I know.
We're talking about the Kardashians and all that other stuff.
Oh, yeah, the Kardashians, anyway, and the housewives, and
yeah, exactly. I first actually came across you when I saw you on the cover of Newsweek back in I think it was like '96. I think it was.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I saw that. And I saw your picture, and I was like, I like to sell it. I wonder if he's going to go anywhere. What he's going to do. And then all of a sudden, bam! I hear that you're doing a song with Madonna. Well, at that time, I was the biggest Madonna fan in the world. So that's how I was introduced to you. And so, how did that come about for you to record that song and get over with her?
Oh wow! I was at the time. I was writing. I always was a singer and a vocalist, and what I mean by that was when I was in school, I was always in singing and theater, and I had I was one of the people that was in the choir, and blah blah blah, and then also I love to write, so I incorporated the two of them, and started writing songs, and then I recorded a demo with a pretty hip producer here in New York, and
Blog Talk Radio, the world's largest online radio network.
Welcome welcome to the Tribute Series, where we pay tribute to the stars. And here are your hosts, it's Doug and Pam.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tribute Series. I'm your host, Doug, and of course, I've got my sidekick with me tonight, Pam. Pam, welcome to the show.
Oh, gosh, I don't even know how to answer that. You call me by my regular name.
Yeah, well, I'm just as nervous as the guest is, too. So I'm being nice tonight, so be lucky about that. Anyway, tonight's our 100th show. 100 shows now we've done since January 6th when we debuted, so tonight's the 100th anniversary, and tonight we have the handsome and talented Nick Scotti with us. Welcome, Nick.
Thank you. Hey, Pam, Doug, how's everything? Everything's doing good here.
Yeah.
God, I'm nervous, guys. This is like I can't look at your eyes.
Okay.
But anyway,
well, they're bright blue.
I pull up pictures of us and look at them, you know.
Yeah, glue them up on my wall, right?
So start painting real quick, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. To me, it's easier over the phone.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever. We're going to work it out. We're going to do.
Yeah. Well, we'll work it out, and then, but you're. I would
aspect, which isn't really what I.
Oh, if you could hear all the sighs and the.
Oh yeah.
The people yelling at their screens right now. Yeah, no one's happy with reality stuff except for the kids, but they don't know any better.
Right. It's just, it's not being. It's like, I'm I wanted to be an actor, not. And I did a reality show. I don't know if you guys know that. I wrote. It was a cooking show, really, and it was a cooking reality show. It was called New York Nick on the Style Network, and it was on only for one season, but. It had good ratings, but there was some shake-up up at E when, Mindy left and then new president came in. And so it just made things a little more difficult to, go further. And it was okay. I'm shocked it went as far as it did. It was all pretty accidental, I must say.
Yeah.
Everybody was just like, you should get a cooking show. You cook so good. And, all this other stuff. So I was like, yeah, why not? And, the reason why I kind of stepped away from acting, but not really stepped away, but just didn't pursue it and push it as much. My dad got very ill, and I wound up helping take care of him. So a lot of people either know that or they don't.
Yeah.
So it's, sometimes you have to go in a direction that you never could have planned.
Right.
Just sort of circumstances in life happens.
Right.
And life goes on and change and whatnot, but.